Hi guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. I'm finally getting started. I'm starting on putting together the signatures, not decorating or anything necessarily, but trying to put things together for the train journal. And I've been working all day long trying to get a plan together. So I'm just doing a little measuring over here. So we're just gonna get started. I've been thinking and I think I know what I'm gonna do. So this journal is not going to be like a standard size, and so I'm trying to make my pages bigger, and so I'll just kind of explain after I get this folded. It'll be easier to show than to tell. Try to get a good fold. Okay, let me grab the book. Come on, Stephanie. Okay, so the book cover is this size, and I can't fold any page in half and make it the right size. So I have to make my pages work for me. And so that is what I am going to be showing you on some of the ways that I'm, coming up with making it work. So this first one, the back part of the signature will be the full length or width, I guess, of the book. But obviously the first page isn't, and that's fine. You could leave it like this and, stagger things out or whatever. But what I've decided to do is just add an envelope. Not, all the way, but just add an envelope to extend it to a point and give it some more interest. Before I do that, I'm going to reinforce this edge here just a little bit. Let's see here. Try and find a scrap. I think I'm going to use this scrap here. So I'm going to just cut my page to the height that I need. So my pages are just under 10 inches tall. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that, and who knows, I'll probably never use that, but maybe. We'll see. And then I'm just going to give it about a 1-inch reinforcement, because I'm going to make it so that the envelope is I don't know, like a place to put something. I don't know, a pocket? Maybe that's what I'm trying to say, pocket. So, okay. Let's go ahead and move that stuff out of the way. And I'm going to ink this. I don't know how much of it is going to show, or, like what part's going to show. I know this down here, for the most part, isn't. But a little bit of this might. Probably not. I don't know, but we're going to just ink it just to be sure. And then also, I'm going to ink this edge, because things never quite line up the way you think they're going to, and I don't want a white edge showing. Actually, so I took this scrapbook paper, and I'll show you which scrapbook paper packet that I am using for this anyway. So far, what you'll be seeing is from the same, all from the same packet. Okay, so this is just going to reinforce, and there is actually already a tear, and I don't know if it's from when I was tea staining it just a little bit, or from just now. I have no idea. So a reinforcement, if it's going to be a pocket in some way, is probably a good idea. And then of course, your cutting is never quite right, is it? Every time it's like you do the same measurement every time, but the paper never turns out the same. Isn't that interesting? I think that when we coffee dye them or tea dye them or whatever, and the paper gets wet and then shrinks, it's like all a different size by that time. Okay, the paper pack. I'm using this one. I have no idea if it's one that you can find still. I believe it's Hobby Lobby. Yeah, Paper Studio. And I was at Hobby Lobby the other day, and I noticed that they're all up to $21.99 now. So anyway, this is what I'm using. And if you look inside, of course, the back side is very white, and I didn't want that. So last night I stood there and I got a fairly large paintbrush and some tea, and I brushed them. I didn't dunk them. I was trying to keep this side as brightly colored as I could, so more like of its natural color, and I think that I managed, so I believe I did. All right, I want this to be so that it opens like this, so I'm going to be attaching it here. Before I do that, I just found these, and the stamps on clearance at Joann Fabric the other day. So it comes with, boy, I am totally Butterfingers. It comes with this, and then these, I don't know what's the best way to do it. These stamps, I have one pulled off so I can use it. This one here, maybe it would show it better. You guys have probably seen them anyway. So they had those on clearance. They also had, several things, but they were already gone, so I don't really know what they were. So probably your Joann Fabric would have the same things on sale, but they go pretty quickly. So I don't know if you'll find anything. I am going to add just a little number for fun. There's a 3 here already. Maybe I'll do a 5. Down here, just to decorate it up a little bit. And I could probably do this afterwards, but you know. And then I'm just using the Distress ink to do this. It's not like an actual ink pad, but that's okay. I don't think it's a big deal. I'm just gonna use this little guy. I can't tell where I am because the camera's in the way. So that's pretty cool. And good enough, I think. I mean, I could add just a little bit more somewhere if I wanted to. Maybe over here. Yeah, okay. Good enough. Okay, I want this to be so that it's not all the way to the edge, right? So I'm just gonna put a little mark so I know kind of how far to take my glue. And maybe I should do it on both. I don't know if I'll be able to see this one. The pencils kind of shine, so I think so. When I am on my own again, I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine and I'm going to add some stitching to it. I'll show you what I mean in a minute, but I'm not going to do that with you guys. So I'm just using glue there and there. I should make sure I'm recording. I'm already at 9 minutes and I haven't done anything yet, you guys. Okay, So I'm going to just do some zigzag stitch right here, just to spruce it up a little bit. I will also cover this and probably this with some paper. Okay, next thought is I have, so these are things that were given to me by Ardith, and what I ended up doing, Ardith and her husband Ken, what I ended up doing was copying them, and I did the best I could to get a good image. Maybe I should have tried doing scanning, but I was just trying to hurry, and so I did photocopies and then I coffee dyed them. And they're pretty heavily coffee dyed. They definitely have a coffee smell. I did already ink these. I didn't do much inking on this side because the coffee dye is prevalent, but I did do some inking on this side already. Probably just ink down the center here real quick. Sometimes that shows and sometimes that doesn't. And then this one, I'm going back and forth, just depending, with black ink and with walnut stain. And my walnut is so dry. I actually ordered one today. It says it'll be here on Thursday. I really hope that it is because it's bad. I used to have some re-inker, but I ran out. Okay, so then it would be like this. And then I thought, I was playing with paper, you know, trying to figure out what I wanted to see. So you see how you can see a little bit coming out there. And I thought, well, I want to cover this now with something. And I thought the green would be nice. And I would do it on the stripe, you know, so you could see all those different colors coming out the side. And if I did about 5 inches this way for this one, but I want the whole page on this one, then I need to do about 5 inches this way, if you see what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and if it's wrong, I can trim things down just a little bit. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, things do not seem to be perfect, and so I probably will have to do some trimming. And that's all right. Okay, so it would be then like this. And you can see that it sticks out a little ways from this other one. At some point I will trim that down, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so now what I want to do is extend this pocket or this page. And the reason why is mostly for stability. So let's see here. I want to use, this is some scrap. This is from an old, mostly used scrapbook pad that I found at a yard sale a long time ago. It was from this pack, and a lot of it was already used, but I have a few of the pages for this. So let's see here. I'm going to do about, I think about 2 inches. Well, I could just 2.5 inches. I'm glad I didn't do 2 inches. So about 2.5 inches. Let's see, I think I want this part. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ink around this. And so then we want it to line up, right? I think with, let me get some of these things out of the way. And you know, this kind of does become a little bit frustrating sometimes to get things right where you want them to be. But I want my page right in the fold, nice and tight in the fold. And then I'm going to open it up, and I want this lined up so that it's straight. Come on. Okay. And this seems like it's not going to work, but trust me, it works. Let's see, where did my glue go? All I want to do, I'm holding everything in place as tight as I can. All I want to do is put a little bit of glue here in the corner on the top and bottom. Okay. And then I am going to add some of my, let's see, where did I put it? Oh, it's here. I know it's here. Darcy, where is it? Some of the jelly plate prints that Darcy made for me. I literally just had it in my hand. Okay, so it's this one. I'm going to be adding it as a flip here. So let's see. I think I'm going to use I want to use, what do I want to use? I think I'm just going to use this again. So this one, you guys should watch this on fast speed because it's going to be kind of tedious. There's just no way around it. I mean, it took me hours just to figure it out. So, I mean, gluing it all together, as you can imagine, isn't exactly going to be easy or quick. I'm going to have it so that this, do I want to have it so that it shows or not? Maybe I don't. Okay, change my mind here. I'm going to ink just this side. There's like several things going on here all at one time, so you have to kind of be patient with me. I'm going to fold this in half. I know you're probably not in camera. And this is always fun, isn't it? Just folding one of these in half. Hopefully you guys are sitting in your craft room and crafting along with me. And what I notice is I don't care how slow somebody goes. If I'm sitting there crafting too, then I just kind of, did I do that wrong? I folded it the wrong direction. I don't mind how slow or something like that, especially if I'm crafting along with them because I'm busy, you know, so that's fine. I don't mind that a bit. Yeah, okay. It all makes sense here in a minute. I promise. This part's going to be hidden. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue here. It's not lining up. Am I doing this right? No, I keep doing it wrong. Oh no, that's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. Now it is going to end up being a flip that opens like this, and then there's a pocket here. And then you can journal here. So let's go ahead now and glue this to this. And then, wait, oh gosh, that's not the right, not even the right one, is it? It's this. Oh, I don't know. Do as I say, not as I do, or don't do as I do, not as I say. I don't know. When it's all done, it'll be, you're like, oh, okay, that works. But right now it's like, what is this woman doing? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I get it. This is one of those that a voiceover would be good. Voiceover. Okay. Now I'm just going to make sure no glue is seeping out. Okay, so that goes like that. And then I'm going to use, okay, so if you imagine, what do I have in here? I have this, it's like this. Okay. And then I'm going to use, this is also from that paper pack. And I had intended to stitch around it. So I want about 3 inches. Again, I'm not going to stitch with you. So what I'm going to do is just show you what it will look like. I'm going to paper clip it together and I'll stitch it on my own, because I actually have 2 signatures kind of prepared to show you kind of an order of things that I hope I'm going to be using. You know how when you put things in order and then you just change it? Yeah. This barely shows up. Okay. So then I'm going to stitch all the way around it. And then I'm going to glue here, here, and here. So this becomes a pocket. And this becomes a pocket. And you know, right now it's only attached here and here. But once I glue this on, it's going to make it all one piece, if that makes sense. So it just kind of elongates it. But I'm not going to do that with you. I'm just going to put some paper clips on it real quick so I remember that's what I want to do. I'm going to stitch around it, then glue it down. And then I'll do something in the center of the signature. I just don't know what yet. And I actually have found some digitals that I printed off of a bunch of railroad, like train images and like little town images and things like that. And so this one looks like this so far. And so, like I said, I'll be adding a lot of things, but that's a start. And what I'm going to try and do is more signatures, fewer pages in the signatures, so that my signatures aren't so bulky when I sew them in. I don't know if that's going to work, but that's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, so the second one. Let me get my little pile. Okay, so on the second one, I'm wanting my flow, you know, I'm just kind of thinking of the flow. So I think this, to start a new signature, is, you know, it's nice, it's attractive. I'm going to go ahead and do the 5-inch fold, I think. Is that what I'm going to do? No, I'm not. I'm going to fold it in half. This one I'm going to fold in half. I don't want them all to be the same, and so I'm having to come up with different ways of extending my pages. Okay, and see that, you know, the line is straight here, but the line isn't straight here. Who even knows? I'll trim everything out when it's to the point, but I think right now it's fine. All right, I have this lovely piece of cardstock from this. It's called Denim and Pearls. It's this one here. And I've had this forever. It was on clearance when I got it. How lucky, right? I don't have very many pages of it left, but this is one that I've been looking at, wanting to use for so long and just never being able to. And I thought this was perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the part that, you know, to make it the height that I need it. And then this part was so confusing for me, but I think it'll be quicker this time. I'm pretty sure. What I want to do is I want to make this a pocket, and then I want to fold it around the page so that this covers this, but it's a pocket. Okay, so let me just see the measurement that I came up with. 3. So it's like, I think it's right there-ish. There-ish. And I am going to use my folder thing. You know, when you're trying to think of something and you can't, yeah. This thingy. My little line maker. All right. Scoreboard. I thought of it. Okay, and then this part, I need it to be the like width of a book page. Got one over here. I think I'm just gonna mark it where I need it to be and hope that it turns out. So I'm just marking it. I'm just comparing it to a book page, but I'm just not doing it on camera. So I've just marked where I want it to line up. And I hope, well, we'll give it a test run before I actually glue it down. Okay. So if that is there, I'm just going to put it right in the corner. And then I glue this down. Let me just get a sheet of paper from the book. Okay, yeah, it's not quite as wide, so that's safe, and I think that's good. So let's go ahead and ink it with this really dried up ink. It'll probably show up a little bit better on this. have food in the crock pot. That's good. I don't use the crock pot very often. But I don't have to be sitting here wondering what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. It's just a small roast, potatoes and carrots, but I loved it when my mom made that when I was a kid. It was generally on a Sunday that we would have it. We went to church twice on Sunday growing up. And a lot of churches don't have Sunday evening services anymore. They have like small group services at like their house or something. And that is what ours does. So I only go to church on Sunday morning. And then I don't know why I'm talking about this, but the roast. So yeah, on Sundays, my mom would throw a roast in and have it cook all day so that before we headed back to church on Sunday evening, we would be able to eat because, you know, we wouldn't be home until, I don't know, like almost 8 or something like that. I don't remember for sure. Or 7:30, I think it was. Let's see. I need to grab a hole punch real quick. And I just had it, so of course I'm not going to find it. It's this one. So on this one, I'm doing the thumb punch. I'm doing a big oval, just because of how big this is. I think it just looks more. What's the word? This, you know, that word. The space looks right. I don't know how to say it. And then I am going to take this and reinforce the top. Pencil. I'm just going to go about there. My craft room was pretty clean this morning before I got started with this. It's a disaster already. So did I finish talking about the roast? I don't know. Anyway, we oftentimes had roast before heading back to church. Another thing was common that we had a lot of times on Saturdays, we would have beans, and they would cook all day Saturday, and we'd have them for dinner Saturday night, beans and cornbread or something like that. My mom's from the South, so that was a very common meal. And there were always leftovers, so she would make bean and cheese burritos on Sunday before going to church. They were delicious. But my roast never tastes like my mom's. That's what my mom says about her cooking compared to her mom's cooking. She says it never tastes like mother's. Okay, so to glue this down, I am going to put glue here and here, but I'm going to put it on here because I only want my glue to go to here. And it's a pretty big pocket, so I'm going to give it quite a bit of glue. I don't, need for whatever I put in there to be giant. So for the glue to take up a little space, I think is fine. So I'm just kind of lining up the fold and leaving a little bit of space for the fold in the journal so that it's not real bulky right there. So then I'm going to fold this over and glue here and here. Did I ink everything? I believe I did. And again, It's a really big pocket, so using quite a bit of glue and taking up some of the pocket space is, in my opinion, fine. I'll be able to fit plenty in a pocket that big. Okay, so that would be the first page of the next signature, and that's a pocket, and I hope that they line up okay. Oh, they do. Good. Good, good. And then, so on the inside of this one, I have some things pulled out here. This one tore when I was cutting off extra, but that's okay. It's old, and I will fix it, you know, when I go to really, you know, start decorating, not just lining pages up, I will fix it somehow. And then I have this one, and it's not inked yet, but I will do that. So we'll put that in. And then I want to use one of these beauties from Darcy, Misadventures with Mixed Media. So pretty, but I thought the rest, you know, I thought that went well together. So I'm gonna fold it, Darcy. Here it goes. And then I'm gonna put it so that you can see. I'm staggering these so that you see just kind of a little bit of each of them. And then we'll see what it ends up, you know, when I go to actually put it in. Okay, so that will open up. I've inked around that. And I want to put on the inside of this, remember how there were some just really cool images in the book, and I wanted to use some of them whole. So I am going to put these back together. I just need to see what I'm doing first. Totally crooked. Do you guys always lose your pencil? I lose my pencil and my bone folder. What else? Scissors. I'm just gonna cut it. Okay, and then I'm gonna ink around it. So I don't know if I said this, but originally I was thinking I would do 3 signatures, but I think I'm going to try and do 5. But I have a problem not, you know, adding and adding and adding. So I don't know. I mean, in my head, I think I'm going to try and do 5. Okay, so I'm lining this up on my mat here as best as I can with a little gap. And then I'm going to glue it with Fabri-Tac so that it doesn't, you know, really warp the picture up a whole bunch. And I'm going to try to avoid putting Fabri-Tac down the very center of the strip of paper. I don't know if I'll be successful, but we'll see. Okay, and then just laying it down, I'm going to try and get it in the center. Oh goodness, and I want to put my head in the camera, you know. Oh gosh, this is hard. Maybe, oh, don't move anything. Oh my goodness, I don't think it's straight. It's not easy. when you're trying to not be in the camera. Okay. I think it needs to come together just a little bit up at the top. And I think that this paper goes really well with it, you know, and I don't mind. It's not going to be like a center of a signature. At first I thought it would look cool in the center, but I decided that I don't want it like that. I am going to let that sit for just a minute before I try to fold it. And then let me see how much time we have. 41 minutes. Okay. So hopefully an hour-long video is all it'll take. All right. So this next one, I want this to be the full page and this to be the shorter page. So we're doing, again, we're going to do 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes I, you know, just put my fingernail kind of where it needs to go and start my fold. It's not a science. And it's lined up on this edge, but not on this edge, but that's okay. Okay, I have to admit, when I was trying to figure this one out, it was such, oh my goodness, a brain teaser. Let me go ahead and cut down the piece of paper to the size that I need it, so that it's the right length. Is this right? No. I want it this way. Is this the way I just had it? I don't know. What am I doing? I want it shortened this way. This is what I want. I hope. Okay. All right, and now what I want is I want to add this to this. And I'm going to see if I can figure out an easier way of going about it. I don't know if I can, honestly. Because, okay, I'm going to extend this one to be the same length. But I'm overlapping. Let me make sure I've got it. Yep. I'm overlapping quite a bit. And then we're just going to do a fun little thing to it. Okay. So I'm going to lay this on top and glue it, but before I do that, I thought it would be fun to just do some hole punch decorations. You're like, what? So I'm lining it up so that when I place them on top of each other, hopefully the papers are lined up where I want them to be. Okay, so like that and like that. And then I have this hole punch guide from a cookbook that I just pulled out. I don't want it all the way up to the edge. Telling you, maybe I should put some paper clips on it to hold it in place. again, this is one of those things, like, I can't explain what I'm doing, and so you just have to watch and wait. Fast forward and wait. I don't know. All right. So I'm just trying, you know, like eyeballing it, right? And I'm not making it totally perfect. Just kind of there. So I'm going to hold it and hole punch it and hope for the best. So I'm just trying to get in the center. These are big holes compared to my hole punch. So I'm just trying to center them. Okay. This is strictly for decoration. That's all. Just decoration. I'm going to ink around this. Okay, so I want them to line up like this. And so since we had it like this to do our punches, the punches will line up like this. That is the plan. Right? So I'm going to look over here and guess my glue mark. So I need to put glue all through here. Looks like little kid coloring. Even though I lined it up, it's still a little off, but that's all right. And so then we're going to decorate the holes with the little, you know, thingies. Just gonna quickly go around them. And I inked these up already. And the hole that my hole punches isn't exactly the same opening size, but that's all right. So it's just a little fun, unnecessary little bit. And I'm not done, you know, with this part yet. I'm trying to get the glue over. hopefully I'll be able to get started on a couple more signatures. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's 3:45 in the afternoon and I've been doing this all day. So I might be done. I don't know. Okay. So that, I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of cute, I think. Cute, cool. But then I'm not finished. I want to take this and I want to make a pocket. How long is that? Let's see here. Let me measure real quick. And again, so that's another thing I do. Somewhere laying around here is my ruler. And another one. This is not one I like to use. Oh, you guys, I'm telling you. Ugh, so frustrating. Do you see it? There it is. Okay, so I need about 5. I'm just gonna do 5. And a tiny bit. I'm gonna do right around here. I had one of these in my last journal and I hadn't made one before and I thought it was kind of fun. So I'm just doing it again. Ink around this. I don't remember exactly how it played out in the last one, you know, how I put it together. And I've already sent the journal off, so I can't really look to compare. But it's the same idea, just going about it in a different way, I think. I'm going to lay this over this. And so that needs to be glued all the way. Actually, I'm going to glue here. I'm just going to match it up to the line. Get a little bit smeary with my inky fingers on the glue. Okay. Messy, messy. Hold on. I've got, it's going to be a little wet, but that's okay. Okay, and then I want this to be a pocket. So I need to line this. Let me see how many different scraps I have up here. I'll use this one. My light does this flicker thing. It's doing it right now, and I'm hoping that you guys can't see it. It's just, I don't know why it does it. It just does it, and then it stops doing it. I don't know. I don't know how long the light bulbs work in these light things. I don't even think you can change the bulb. Are they those permanent like LED type things? I don't know. Okay, I'm putting this down just for reinforcement of my little pocket. Okay, let me get a grip on where I am right now. This is going to fold this way. Okay, and it's going to open out. This is going to be a pocket here. Before I do gluing, I want to ink my little... So I tried a whole bunch of fold techniques to get this without doing it with a whole bunch of different pieces. And I couldn't figure out how to do it and get the decorative side of the paper showing as I wanted it to. It kept on being this side, and you know, that's not the best thing to look at. So I think what I'll do is just line this with this. Do I have another one? We are coming to the end, I promise. See if I can just cut across. I mean, I can, but I don't know if I can do it well. Okay, so if that is like that, then I want this. I think I'll leave it so that there's kind of a lip there. That'll be good. And then this, I will put it, I like it like that, I think. I don't mind the different directions. Do you guys? I don't mind. So let me go ahead and ink this. And put a bunch of glue on it. I hope this video uploads. I've been having trouble, and I have found, this is going to sound ridiculous, but what I used to do, we just switched carriers. But a well-known carrier to a well-known carrier. I don't want to give either one of them any credit because they both cost way too much. Anyway, I digress. I used to just go to upload and walk away. I would plug my phone in, I would walk away. A couple hours later, it would finally be all finished. Well, now it doesn't want to upload unless I watch it. I am not kidding you. You know how they say a watch pot never boils? Well, that's not the same when it comes to uploading my videos from my phone. I don't know what the order is, like processing, uploading, preparing, or preparing, uploading, processing. I don't remember which order it goes in, but if I watch the first two, if I watch the percentage count, it goes pretty quickly. I mean, actually only a few minutes. But I have to watch it, and I have to keep on making sure my phone doesn't go dark, because as soon as my phone goes dark and I walk away, it just quits. Okay, let me ink this side. So for those of you who do not upload videos, you probably, and never have, you're probably like, I don't get it. And that's okay, but those of you who do, and if you are having a problem, try watching the first couple of processes, and it kind of goes, oh, it's pretty quick. I would say about 5 or 6 minutes, and it's gone through the 2 processes. It's the final process that seems to last a little bit longer. And so at that point I walk away and it goes quick. I was trying to upload a video all day long the other day. And finally I decided I'm just gonna watch it. And I did, and it literally was uploaded in about 15 minutes doing it that way. So we'll see. I'm gonna try and do it the same way, see what happens. I'm gonna put a little ink on the inside here. Not that it's probably gonna be seen, but okay, I think we're all inked. Plenty of glue. It's kind of a shallower pocket, so I'm just going to do one line of glue there. Guys, we're just about done. I'm going to put them together so you can see them all together. Okay. And everything's not totally inked or anything like that, but oh, I need to go ahead and fold this. See if I can get them lined up. And they might stick out just a little bit. I might have to cut them down. Okay, this goes like this. And then this. And this. And this. This. I don't know yet what I'm going to do on the back of this because it's not all the way the same length, but I just don't know yet. So here's what we have. We have this, and it's a pocket here. And then of course here. And these little guys. I don't know what I'll be doing there or here, but we've got a pocket I need to sew around it. And then this flips out and we have a pocket. And we have this. Don't know what I'll be doing here. Then we have a pocket and a giant pocket. And these guys, beautiful jelly plate print and a very cool image. And then we have, this is the image on the back, and I really like the way these two go together. And then I don't know what I'll be doing here, but this flips out, and it's a pocket. So like, let's say it could have a cool tag in it so that you would see a tag coming out and you could open it up for journaling or whatever else might be going on the inside. And then that, just for fun. I just think it's kind of fun. You could poke stuff through it too, I suppose. And then the other side of that cool image, the other side of that beautiful jelly plate print. So she did upload, Darcy uploaded some digitals that had been, you know, the jelly plates that she had been making. She has, I think, 2 sets maybe. I don't remember for sure. But they are in her Etsy shop now, and I will try to remember to link that so that you guys can go over if you're interested. I've only used a couple here so far, but if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that was long and tedious. I will talk to you soon. Bye.